developer on-ramp. This is Clay McKinney, Introduction to CSS for Developers. We've been talking about typography, and we're almost done. We need to talk about text alignment, like how to make a line of text centered or right aligned, and that sort of thing. All right, so let's give it a shot. Let's say we want this, well, these H1s and H2s, we want them to be centered. All right, so we will say text align center and save it. Go over here, refresh it. Good times. Okay, there's also text align is right. There we go. I'm going to save that. Over here, refresh it. So now they're both right aligned. This comes in handy a lot, especially when you have boxes over here on this side, and you want things to kind of scoot over to the right hand side of them, and that sort of thing. Now, if you have an object like a sidebar or an image or something like that, and you want it to be aligned to the right or centered or something like that, that is a different process. This typography thing about using text align, the text align property, is that's a typography thing. If you want to center an image or center an entire box, it's done differently. And when we start talking about what's called the box model and block display and margins and all that stuff, we will get into centering other things then. Okay, now there's one other thing that I want to do. Let's see what we have here. We don't have a lot of like paragraph kind of text. Looks like this forms page. All right, you know what? We have that Moby Dick file that we can play with. Okay, and let's see, that guy, he's not connected to our styles.css, so he's not even a really valid not even really a valid HTML page, because we don't have the HTML elements at the top and the the head and the body and all that stuff. Nevertheless, what I'd like to do is try to justify the text in this paragraph, meaning that the spaces between the words will kind of stretch bigger until the both sides are straight. Like on this side it'll be a straight line, and on this side it'll be a straight line. And it's a really nice effect for long paragraphs and that sort of thing. Now, I'm only going to apply it to this one paragraph, and I'm going to do it with an inline style, which isn't reusable. It almost never comes in handy. I guess you need to know how to do it. So inside the p tag, we'll say style equals, and then inside these quotes, we're going to write our rule, and we will say text align. I think it's still in text align. Justify. We will save that. Go over here, refresh it. Yeah, see, that's how that works. So it's straight over here, but it's also straight over here. And they did it, excuse me, just by changing the way the spaces work. That's pretty cool. Text align justify. So we talked about text align justify, text align right, and text align center, and the default is text align left. in English anyway. There we go. Got everything back to normal. So that concludes our section on basic typography. We've talked about font sizes and measuring font sizes with points and M's and rims. We've talked about bold and italic and underline. We've talked about left align, center, and right align, justify. So all of those basic typography things that you would see in your little editing toolbar in Microsoft Word, we talked about in this typography section. So you know about basic typography in CSS now. There's a couple other topics that we will be covering in our Introduction to CSS for Developers course. And then we will be moving on and talking about some, doing the basics of some other basic programming things. So it'll be great. And I will see you next time.